How's it going, film and TV fans? And today we are returning to the world of the Fast and Furious franchise with the latest installment released in 2021, Fast and Furious 9, or as it's known, their love of removing as many letters and numbers as possible from the name, F9. Yeah, out of all the films in the franchise, this one is the most, I wouldn't want to say controversial, but the most interesting of views on it. Again, going into this, these are nothing more than entertaining, fun action flicks, and again, that's what this movie is at heart. A fun, entertaining action flick that may go over the top sometimes, but in my opinion, that doesn't take away from the value of it, that fucking adds to it, because I remember reading reviews, people saying, oh, this is so outrageous, I left the cinema, and I'm thinking to myself, did we watch the same movie? Because I was sat in the cinema, and at the really stupid shit, I wasn't thinking this is fucking terrible. I was laughing my ass off at a lot of this stuff. And again, while I'm not laughing with the movie, I'm laughing at the movie. I think, while that's the case, I think that's what the movie wants you to do. It's not you laughing at it and the movie feeling embarrassed for it. No, it's you're laughing at the movie because the movie's trying to get you to laugh at it. And I think you're laughing at how fucking stupid and silly it is, and that's a good thing. I think it looks great, as movies expect to always do. Top-notch cast as always. Great banter between Tyrese between Tyrese's character Roman and Lou Lucas's character Tej. Always the best parts of these films. You've got Ramsey is fantastic as always. It's really weird that Vin Diesel shares more chemistry with Helen Mirren in the 5 minutes they appear on screen than he does with Michelle Rodriguez across the entire film. But hey, Michelle Rodriguez isn't even that bad in this movie. She's fun as well. Her and Jordana Brewster are brilliant together. They work great. Like, you've always got the pairs. You've got Tej and Roman. You've got formerly Dom and The Rock, but I guess that's not anymore. But you know, and then in this movie specifically, it's definitely Mia and Letty are a pair here, and I think that's really cool. The action set pieces are still really fun and still really ludicrous, and that's what makes it's not a 5-star movie for me. What it is about a 3.5-star movie, because it kept me entertaining throughout the entire runtime. I was thoroughly entertained. Brian Tyler's score, as always, very good, because he's a fucking talented composer, and even the worst films he can make, brilliant. But yeah, the whole going into space thing, it's fucking stupid, but at the same time, you can't help but fucking laugh at it. Like, I was laughing at it, and I think the movie knows it's stupid, which is why, yeah, it's great to see the guys from Tokyo Drift back again, all of them. That's a fun scene. And tell you what else is another great scene, when Han comes back, which is another controversial element of this film, bringing back a previously confirmed dead character. So yeah, but I think it worked. I think it worked with the story, because it used Mr. Nobody to the advantage, and I rate that. Yeah, I think Fast and Furious 9 is just a fun, entertaining action flick. It's not going to set the world on fire. It's by no means the best film ever made. It's by no means the best film in this franchise, which, you know, I'm definitely going to be doing a Fast and Furious ranking soon. That would be quite fun. Yeah, it's nowhere near the best film in this franchise, and it's nowhere near the best film ever made, but Is it thoroughly entertaining? Yes. Is it terrible? No. Is it batshit fucking crazy at points? Yes. Do I have a problem with it being like that? No, not really. Do I think it's going to get even crazier in the next two? Fuck yes, because you're not going to, you know, go out on, have all these big set pieces in the past and go out on fucking nothing. And, you know, while I still have the personal opinion that this franchise should have stopped at 7, because, in my personal opinion, nothing after 7 has actually been as good as anything before 7. Well, there are some sections, but you know what I mean, in terms of, like, there is no film after 7 that has warranted it continuing that long. 8 was okay at best, enjoyable, quite fun. Hobbs and Shaw was an interesting one in that I think that was the only one that warrants existing after 7, because it didn't. If it had gone 7 then Hobbs and Shaw, I would have actually been okay with that, because having a spin-off like that works really well. But again, a big issue I have in this movie, I think, I know some people do as well, is the continuing mentioning of Brian. I get it in 8, mentioning that, oh, we're not dragging him into it, but so that's fine, because you didn't have either of them in it. You didn't have Mia or Brian in this, that's fine. But when you bring Mia back into it, it's sort of just like, surely if she's coming back, Brian would come back, right? You know? So, and it all leads up to the end of this film where Brian's car pulls up. No one gets out of it, because obviously, but it leads a lot of people to believe that they're going to try and bring Brian back to life in the next one, which would, well, at least use CGI to bring Paul Walker back in a fashion which I don't know how anyone would feel about that. But yeah, Fast and Furious 9 is just an harmless film. It's wildly entertaining. I've always loved the franchise. I've always been a big car guy, as most guys are, really. But, you know, I've always loved this franchise. It's a great franchise that I like to sit down and watch when I need to watch some purely fun entertainment, because that's all these films are at this point. I stopped taking these films seriously after 5. To be honest with you, I stopped taking them that seriously after 5. And that's not to say that means I think they're fucking silly, horrible movies. I just think, by taking them seriously, I mean, don't expect them to be, you know, accurate in terms of physics and actual, you know, like, there's a scene in this movie where he drives a car off a cliff and it boomerangs background, and it's like, that's fucking bullshit, but at the same time, hugely fucking entertaining, and I understand why it went like that. And I think with this movie particularly, having the director of 3, 4, 5 and 6 return was an interesting choice, because to me this one feels the least like in a weird way, it feels like the least like a Fast and Furious movie. It's weird. But at the release of this film, the mainline movies were put together and called the Fast Saga, and I imagine will be continued to call that long after they stop being made in 3 years' time. Well, fingers crossed they stop making them. It's not like I want this franchise to die, but what I think the best idea is to end the mainline franchise at 10 and have a bunch of spin-offs all on each character, like a Ramsey spin-off, a Roman and Ted spin-off is desperately fucking needed, a Toretto family spin-off with Jacob and Mia, Vin, and whoever the fucking Jason Momoa is in the next film, because he's going to be related to them in some fucking way, shape or form, let's be real. But yeah, is this by any means a perfect film? No. Is this, you know, like I've always said this to everyone who asks me about it and have this conversation, there are two types of films. There are art films, incredibly well made and crafted pieces of art that suck you into the world and transport you and tell a bloody good story, and there's that kind of film. There's art films that are fantastic, and then there's entertainment, and this obviously falls in that category of entertainment. And I don't think you can have this industry without both types of films, and that's why I enjoy both types of films so much. A great example of this is I recently watched Dallas Buyers Club. That movie is fucking phenomenal. An absolute masterpiece of a film. But I can happily say that I enjoyed Fast and Furious just as much, just for different reasons, because while I was captivated and hooked by Dallas Buyers Club, I was entertained and having so much fun with Fast and Furious 9. And this is a video I want to do in the future, the differentials between these two kinds of movies. So I'll definitely be doing that in the future. But yeah, I think this is a great little entertainment movie. Like I said, it's not only the best in the franchise. The franchise has definitely had far better installments. But do I think it was the right idea to continue after Paul Walker passed away? No, I think it wasn't. And I did hear Vin Diesel say that they wouldn't go back for another one after that unless a good enough idea came about. And apparently the Dom turning against the family idea was that. I don't know how much I would agree on that personally, but yeah. But yeah, Fast and Furious 9 is an interesting one because it's, you know, it's 2.5 hours of just fun entertainment, and I know for a lot of people they really didn't like the movie. And I think, again, it's one of those things where it all depends on your point of view, really. Yeah, I think it's a solid film. And yeah, I just think it's just a great entertaining film. And yeah, thanks so much for watching my review of Fast and Furious 9. This is currently the conclusion of the Fast and Furious franchise reviews on this channel, which I did a while ago, which didn't have music. So again, if you're watching this for the playlist, sorry, kind of. There's nothing I can do about it really, because I have evolved my content since then. So. But yeah, Fast and Furious 9 is a decent and solid action flick that entertains you, and you can laugh at it, and great score, great soundtrack. Usually they have it. It's by no means the peak of this franchise. It never was gonna be, because the franchise already peaked with the first one. Fucking fight me, I dare you. In my opinion, it peaked with the first one, and although the second one is definitely on par with the first one is definitely slightly superior in some regards. But yeah, for me, let's just do a quick little ranking. So right at the top we've got the first one, then the second one, then we have 6 and 7, then we have 3, then we have 5, then we have Hobbs and Shaw, then this, then 8, then 4, because 4 just feels weird to me. But yeah, that's my current, but I'll get into a video of that at some point. Yeah, thanks so much for watching my review of Fast and Furious 9. Don't forget to check out the other reviews as well. And yeah, bye-bye for now.